Hello and welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me again for another night of Facebook Live. I also want to recognize those that catch me on the replay from YouTube and or SoundCloud. I am your host, Tricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. It is indeed a blessing to be here with you tonight, as tonight we're starting our series on daddy issues. We're starting our series tonight on daddy issues. And I'm so blessed to have my special guest, Mr. Kameron Cook, here with me tonight.
Hey, y'all.
All right. So Kameron is my first guest in this series. And so I am so honored to have him on the platform with me tonight, as we know that life brings us a series of challenges. And one of the first things that we are connected to when we're birthed into this world is our family. And we know that with the African American male, there are another set of challenges that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. So I appreciate, Kameron, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you being so brave and so kind to be here with me tonight to just share with us what your story is as it relates to daddy issues. So as we're getting started tonight, if you would, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and what it is that you do.
My name is Kameron Cook. I don't really know what I do right now, but the plan is to get out of Hugo. That's what I want to do.
Okay, so you've been here in this area your entire life?
I could say, yeah.
Okay, and this is a small town, and this town by itself definitely poses its share of challenges on us, right? Especially you guys as Black males, right?
Yes, I could say that.
All right, so tell me about your experience in school. How was your experience going up through the school system? What was it that you liked about the school system, and what was it did you feel like was a hindrance or negative?
I mean, school was cool with your buddies and stuff. It was cool. No, I want to say I really didn't like some of the teachers of the teacher. It could have been different teachers teaching that subject. I would say that instead of the other people, but I ain't gonna speak on it. But yeah, it was cool though. It was cool.
Okay, so Kameron, being that I know you, and I know your family, there's some history there. Something significant in when we're looking at your dad. You graduated, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I graduated online.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about how that feels, because you are a first or a second born of your father that graduated. Your father did not graduate, correct?
Correct. I feel honored. Succeeding better than what he did. I feel honored. I'm still trying to grow. But yeah, I feel honored too.
It's a good feeling to be able to break that cycle, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, so you were one of his children to graduate. We know that there's one other older than you, and he also graduated, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it seems like there are some cycles that are beginning to be broken in that sense when it comes to your family line. What issues or what challenges have been posed upon you, as you can see, looking at your dad and the history there?
I feel like I'm doing way better. I feel like I ain't gotta depend on nobody.
Can you elaborate more on that when you say you feel like you're doing way better? Just kind of give us a little background, because there are some people that are watching us tonight. They don't know your story. They don't know the history there. So when you're looking at your dad and when you're looking at the lineage of men from your family line and you say that you are doing way better, can you elaborate? Give us a little more detail on what you mean when you say you're doing way better. What are you comparing it to?
I feel like, I mean, I do have a kid, but I don't have a couple. I feel like I'm doing way better than that. I'm taking care of my kid. I'm not into other houses when I got a baby to worry about. I'm not doing none of that. I ain't got to depend on people with my cars and stuff. I got my own money for my car. I could buy my own things. I feel like I'm doing way better than him. I got my own house. He's 36, 37 years old, still ain't got his house.
Okay, so there are a lot of things that you saw your dad go through as a young man, being a teen parent, that now you're trying to break that cycle and not repeat that. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Guys, we're here joined tonight with Mr. Kameron Cook, and it takes a lot of courage and a lot of bravery for him to sit here tonight and share pieces of his story here in my Daddy Issues series on Facebook Live. Now, we know that we all have our own issues as it relates to dads or moms or grandmas or just anybody in our family. But to have him here with me tonight, I am overwhelmed with so many different emotions. I am honored to have him here and for the bravery sitting here to share his story with us. We know that it takes a lot of courage, guys. So if you would, just for me, go ahead and send up some hearts for Kameron right now as we begin to dig in a little deeper in this series as it relates to Kameron's issues and the cycles that yet he has shared with us that he is already working to break. Now, so as you guys are hitting that heart, hit that like button, share this video so that others on your timeline can be helped during this time as well and join in the conversations. Now, if you guys have questions, feel free to leave your questions or your comments there in the comment section, and we'll try to address those as we get around to it. So hit those hearts, show Kameron some love as we get ready to dig in a little deeper. Okay, Cam? So okay. You are a father. That is what you just shared with us. You are a father now, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And how old are you?
19.
So at the age of 19, you're already accomplishing some things that you said that your dad at 37 is still yet to accomplish. What has been your motivation for breaking some of the generational cycles that you've seen in front of you?
I'm trying to break them all. I feel like I'm trying to be one and done.
What do you mean when you say one and done?
With a kid, I ain't trying to have too many, and I take care of them. Right now, this is a lot of money on my hands right now, and it's a lot of time on my hands.
So it is a big responsibility, is what you're saying?
Of course.
Okay. So at 19, one child, and how many does your father have?
13, 14.
13 or 14?
Yeah.
And so is that your motivation, not repeating that cycle?
Yeah, that's my motivation. I ain't trying to repeat it.
Okay. So how has that impacted your life, knowing that your dad has multiple number of kids? How has that impacted you as being one of several?
It impacted me a lot. I tried to do better. I am gonna do better. I'm trying to do way better in so many ways.
Now, I'm interested to know what kind of relationship does you and your dad have? At the age of
We got,
19, you are 19 now. You said he's what, 36, 37 is what you told me. So he was a teenage parent too. So at this age you are now, he was already a parent too, correct?
yeah.
Okay. So what kind of relationship do you have with your dad?
I mean, we cool. We kick it when I see him. He cool though. It ain't no harsh feelings, none of that.
What do you mean you kick it when you see him?
Like we talk it up, shut it up, talk about the old times here and there.
Have you ever heard your dad say he's proud of you?
Yeah.
Think back to that moment where you heard those words from your dad. What was actually going on at that moment, and how did it make you feel?
It made me feel good. We was at Englander's at the light, and he was just, I think he was just drunk though, but he was talking up. He just said, "I'm proud of you." And he just kept going. It was just a lot of things he said. If I remember, I would have told you. And then that's when I remember he said he was proud of me.
Yeah, that's a good feeling, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, you know, that's what we kids want to hear, no matter how old we are, is that our parents are proud of us. And I see the smiles that were on your face as you shared that with us. And it's a good feeling. And you know, guys, one thing that I know for sure is that our parents, regardless of what we think, or regardless of what we feel like we're due in this life, when we really look at it, our parents do the best that they can. They do the best that they can with what they know and what they have. And one thing that I find is when we have generational issues, like when it relates to our dads, it is what I said. It's generational. So the issues that your dad may be dealing with, I can almost assure that it didn't just start with your dad. This has been a cycle down through that family line, through that male lineage, that has repeated itself over and over again. So I appreciate you taking your time out to share with us some of the things that you have had to deal with and how it's affected you or impacted you. And I also commend you on recognizing that cycle and trying to break that cycle, because it is so important. So you said you had a child. Tell me a little bit about your child, girl or boy?
Girl,
And
three
what is
months
your,
years old.
huh?
3 months years old.
3 months. All right. So tell me a little bit about your hope for your little girl when she looks at you, her dad, uh, and now she's growing up and trying to find her way in life. Tell me a little bit about uh, what do you want to set for now your family?
I want her to do better. I want her to go to college, play basketball, something, do something, just go to college. I'm trying to invest in that too, like a little penny bank or something, just try to invest into a college at an early age.
Do you feel like you would have had that opportunity, or do you feel like you missed out on that opportunity? And is it because of the issues related to your upbringing?
I mean, I want to say I missed out. I could have always went to college, but I had a baby and I want to take care of my family. That come first. I could always go back to college any other time, but this would come first.
So it sounds like you've already had to make some sacrifices being a young dad, correct?
Correct.
But you are proud of the accomplishments that you have made.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm. and you're basing that on the examples that you've had set before you?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's still not too late. I mean, a 19-year-old,
Mm-mm.
you know,
It's
and
not too late.
and you know, if you want that child of yours to uh, grow up and be proud of her dad and go to college and really hone in on the importance of education, you know, the best example we can set for them is by leading by example and doing it ourselves, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your plan moving forward? Um, you know, we've got a little background history you've shared with us. Um, you've been one of several children as it relates to your dad. Um, and you wanted to break the cycles. We understand all of that. What is your plan moving forward? Because you did say you were wanting to move on. Move on to what? I'd be interested in knowing.
I want to eventually move on and go to college to do a business. I want to start my own business.
And what's your goals for reaching that? What's your stepping stones for reaching that? Would you include dad in that plan, or how does your dad fit in any of the plans that you have? Are there any at all?
I mean, he could if he tried, if he had time to.
You know, every time I mention your dad, your face just lights up.
Oh no.
You're just over there just smiling.
Yeah. I mean, he's a cool person though. He always be a cool person.
Yeah. So if your dad were watching, or if he catched the replay, and if this was your moment to really tell your dad whatever it is that you would like for him to know, I want to give you that opportunity to do that here in just a second. But guys, I appreciate you guys that are on here with me tonight, as this is our day one of the Daddy's Issue series. And so this is not something that I can cover in just one night of Facebook Live. So we're going to meet here again over the next several days and hopefully get some more people to come on and give a voice to their stories and how it relates to some of the issues that we deal with. This is Kameron's first time being here on a live and just sharing his message and the issues that he has as it relates to daddy issues. And he shared so much with us. If you guys will send up some hearts, hit that like button, show Kameron some love. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of bravery just to be here and to share with us tonight. And his story may not look like our story, but we all have a story, good or bad, as it relates to our parents. So tonight it's just about dads. And so I appreciate you, Kameron, once again for being here. But I want to give you the floor to be able to address your dad. If he's here and if he's going to catch the replay, or if he can see you and hear anything that you would like for him to hear, I want to give you that opportunity to have your voice here on this platform.
I would like to say that you're a cool dad. I know you had your problems, your up and downs. I mean, you can't help that. Everybody has their own problems. You know, I'm always be there for you if you always need something. You know, I'm always calling if I ever need something. So there's no hate in our relationship. It's always gonna be love. At the end of the day, no matter what we go through. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right, and I'm sure your dad would appreciate uh, hearing those words. I got emotional just hearing those words come out of your mouth. Our parents, they do the best they can. And
Yeah.
yeah, we all have issues. We all have issues, and how we overcome those issues, it affects us all. So I do appreciate the bravery and the courage that you've shared being here with me tonight. Um, I wish I had my dad.
Yes.
So life is short, and we have to love them where they are and meet them where they are while we have them. And so I appreciate you sharing, so that it would never have to be a question of whether or not I was able to say what I needed to say when I had an opportunity to say it. And that was one of the things that I cherished, hearing from my dad, him telling me that he's proud of me, or him telling me that he loves me, or him just checking in on me, the phone calls. All that means so much. And you still have that. You still have a dad here, regardless of what that looks like. You're grown now, he's grown. And so, we can't change the past, but you guys still have an opportunity to pick up the pieces and establish a new relationship based on right now. And so that's an opportunity that I don't have. And I know that so many of us that are listening, we don't have that. We can't pick up the pieces, but we can live with those memories. And so I just encourage you that as you continue to build that relationship with your new family that you have now, and as you continue to allow your dad in to share your family with you, to just take every opportunity, every moment you have to express and to have your say and have your voice, and to do good, to make higher grounds, and to succeed and accomplish your goals and your dreams, all that you set out to do. For some of us, we have to be the one that lead the way. You doing what you're set out to do, setting your goals, and being good to your family. That may be all your dad needs to see to be able to make a change and to make a difference as he grows and develops and move forward as well. So I commend you tonight, and I appreciate you being here with me tonight. Any last words for our guests, for our audience tonight? Any last words? Do you have any last words, Cameron? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Do you have any last words for the audience tonight? Any thing you'd like to share with the audience tonight before we close?
No.
Well, I've seen a lot of hearts go up for you, and I know that people.
I thank y'all for watching this live. I thank y'all. I love y'all.
We love you too. All right, guys, this wraps up the first night of our series of Daddy Issues. I appreciate you being here with me. I am your host, Antricia Braysmith, author, educator, and public speaker. Meet me right back here tomorrow night at 10 p.m. as we go another night in our series relating to the topic of daddy issues. Good night, everybody.